Part 2. Roman Kuzyutin talks about dog training, work and protection with a puppy. It's the continuation of conversation with Roman after the training with Malinois puppy. For proper understanding, watch the previous video. Such work as we did now. How many times is it necessary to do this? From what age and how? I didn't make this exercise up. During the seminar, I was told that this exercise was being performed for 20 years, and it helps to achieve results. I tried. I like this exercise too. This puppy is 4 months and 10 days now, so until what age should we do it, since when, and how many times? Or some kind of a break, and do we have biting later, or does it smoothly flow into biting? How does this happen? It depends on the dog. There is no telling that there is some sort of a recipe, for instance, do it 3 times a day and that's it. No. I heard that this exercise should be done with the dog 2-3 times and then checked. Then the dog should come down, and then before it turns 1 year old it should be left alone, and after a year you should engage in protection. Or is it not so? No, better do it regularly, a couple of times a week. And when you see that the dog started to do the grasp, for instance, bite at least, you should give already. Separately, he does this exercise. The dog works with an object, the master plays with a strap, with a rag. The dog knows that it should take the rag with a full mouth, hold hard and strongly. Then, when the dog gets older, at the age of 8 or 10 months, these two schemes are being combined. It starts biting the item given by the figurant. Then won't be so, let's say from 4 till 8, 2 times a week or once a week it runs and barks, and he will decide that the grasp doesn't take part in it and the dog will only run and bark. Again, we are talking about strong dogs with high prey drive. For them it's very easy to grasp. So we should keep in mind that the master plays simultaneously, right? Yes, not all the time, but plays as well. So he ascends and checks whether the grasp takes place. The problem with such prey dogs just happens when they are working with a person. They want to work with an object so much, want to bite it so much, grasp it, that they forget about the person, about his existence. They bark at the sleeve, look at the sleeve, but look and work only with an object, with a subject. Oftentimes, even in this condition of prey, when ambushing, they cannot even bark, it disturbs them. All the problems are about work with a person. Thus, we start doing this part right away. Another point for which it may be necessary to do this part, there are also dogs that already have aggressive potential. Already in 3-4 months, they show some elements of some kind of aggression. And they don't understand where they can go and where they cannot. Using such regular exercise, we show that if you're aggressive, show it here. Don't attack the person. Don't attack in the street. In the street, we hold them back when dogs bark at yard keepers. Yes, we hold them back. If you have aggression, here you are. Please do this exercise where you can realize it. If we, as you're saying, take a break as a test, then the dog understands that it has aggression. The dog is being feared, but we don't offer any options where to place this aggression. It will try to attack a bicycle or a runner, but this is wrong. That is, if the behavior is wrong, we don't just slow down, we just redirect it. Redirect, if this is a sporting dog, it wants to pick up off the ground very much, it will feed off the ground. We make a trace, train it one command in a certain place, in certain time to pick up off the ground. It realizes its instinct, and when it wants to pick a bone from the scrap heap, we calmly prohibit it. And the dog doesn't resist because it knows that this instinct will be implemented. You can wait until tomorrow, and tomorrow you will eat off the ground. Actually, same thing here. You can be patient and not rush at the yard keeper. And a day after tomorrow you'll attack a figurant and it will be simple for the dog to understand what and where it can do and cannot do. That is, we can't completely ban, we can create alternative behavior. Regular practice in training allows the dog to implement behavior which in ordinary life is prohibited by the trainer.